It's here and I've been using it for a few days and I want to tell you all about it. So join me as we do a full and thorough review of this. This is the GripCase CRYSTAL with the Maxcarry case, and it's from Skull&Co. Hello and welcome along, and as we said in the introduction, we're going to be looking at this. This is the Skull&Co GripCase CRYSTAL with the Maxcarry case. It's the bundle, so that's what you're going to see in the box because I've already done an unboxing if you want to go and have a look at that. So we're going to go straight into the product itself. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to split this video up into a few parts. We're going to look at the Maxcarry case, we're going to look at the CRYSTAL grip case, we're going to go through a few little bits of extras, and I'm going to go through the Joycon caps that I showed you in the unboxing video. And we're going to do a very, very brief comparison because it shares a few similarities with the Switch Lite version and the original Switch case as well. I will be doing a full comparison, probably between all three because they are quite together associated. If you do subscribe, you'll be notified of when that one goes live. Okay, so today we're going to be going through this. Now, first of all, I wanted to talk to you about these Joycon caps that I got. Okay, so they come as a pack in there. I'll leave a link below of where you can get hold of these. And it comes with a couple of D-pads and two sets of buttons, the kind of caps, so yellow, red, blue and green. And I thought, yeah, okay, fine, just stick them on. Actually, they ain't bad at all. So you get circular stickers that you stick onto those buttons and then you just plop the caps on, but they don't feel any different at all. So they're really decent. I mean, if you're changing your Joycon shells and you wanted different buttons, you could, instead of just changing the buttons, stick these caps on because they feel okay. Really impressed with them. And similarly with the D-pad, the D-pad isn't amazing because it's just a sticker over the top, a plastic bit that's stuck on. I've been using it and it feels fine. I don't have a problem with that, and there's that kind of circular one, or there's the cross pad one there you can see you can use. So go and have a look down below if that takes your fancy. I think it's about $10, nothing. And I was really quite impressed when I put them on. Yeah, seriously impressed. Okay, so that's the first bit. That's what came with my pack. And then going over to this, which is the Maxcarry case. Okay, so when you first feel it, it feels great. It's a kind of a hefty piece, but it feels nice. It's got that kind of material, and it's not solid, but it certainly ain't soft. Loads of protection, both sides. And if you can imagine, your Switch is going to be sat somewhere in the middle. There's going to be loads of protection for it, especially if you've got cables and stuff inside. And on the case, going over it, it says Skull&Co on the front there, and then some zips on the side. Always nice to see some branded zips. Zip all the way around. Handle with a rubber bit on the top there. Really, really good quality handle. So again, like the other Skull&Co grip, a beautiful, beautiful case. Okay, I'm going to dip in and out of the comparisons, but this is the original case. Okay, so this one is 30 centimeters wide by 15 centimeters by 8 centimeters. This is the original grip, and it's a little bit smaller. So it's 28 by 14 by 8. Okay? And there's the grip itself. And as you can see, it's got red and blue zips, whereas this one's just got the one colour zip. And this one says Skull&Co, and this one doesn't say anything. So I much prefer this case. I much prefer the case to be more generic because not everyone, and I don't always have the time, always have red and blue zips on there. Okay, so a little bit smaller. So if you're looking to get the CRYSTAL one, it won't fit into this case. Again, like I said, what we'll do is I'll be doing a, if you do subscribe, I'll be doing a proper comparison between the two. Okay, then opening it up, this is what you get. At the top, you get a nice big flap with a lovely material inside. This mesh, again, just feels really, really nice quality. You're going to fit loads in there. You're definitely not going to fit a UK power plug in there. You might fit a US one because they are a little bit smaller, but I can't test that unfortunately. But you're going to get a good 2 or 3 centimeters worth of depth in there to put some stuff. Loads of cables, earbuds, all sorts in there. And then coming down, you've got 2 rows of 5 for 10 games, and then a Velcro flap. So undo that. That's on elastic, so it can go round if it needs to. And then when you fold it up, it's got a beautiful feel there with that's a bit of cardboard in there, I'd say. Beautiful feeling. So when it rests on the screen, it's going to clean my Switch screen, let alone protect it. So that'll protect there. And then the case is here. Again, this flap here has a lovely material there, which serves as a couple of purposes. So it protects whatever's in here, and it also is a desktop stand as well. So if you want to, you can fold this bit here. There's like a join there, and you can fold it up. So you can have it like that, or you can have it a bit further down. But to be honest, when you're using it with these here, if you're going to be anywhere further than that, it's just going to be flat. So you kind of have it up the top there, and then you pop your Switch in, and you've got it in desktop mode, so you can play it with a third-party controller. Okay, and in the bottom here, really nice quality, and it's a huge gap there, massive gap for loads of stuff. So I've got my battery pack, put that in there, put loads of different stuff in there. Joycons, you can put Joycons in there, but I'll explain why. You can't always put Joycons in there, but if you need to, just pop a couple of Joycons in there and the flap goes over. Loads of room. Okay, so here is the case, and I wanted to quickly talk to you about the case if you're going to be using it with these bigger ones, because there are 3 types of grips for this. These are the triggers. These are the kind of like, there's 2 big ones and 1 flat one. If you're going to use the trigger grips and it sits in there, you're not going to be able to put anything underneath there, because it's just going to sit on it too much. But it doesn't matter what grips you have, you can put whatever you need to underneath there. Okay, so that was the case. Let's move on to the crystal case itself. And if I pop this out, you'll see that the difference between this and the old one is clearly that see-through. That's the most obvious one, but also the grips have changed. Okay, so if you can see the grips there to there. With the old one, what you'd had to do is you had to take the Switch out, and then you'd press those 2 in there to pop that out. Okay, and then to put another one back in, you'd get whichever one you wanted to, and you'd pop it on there. That's changed with this one. With the Switch Lite version, you slide them off like that. Okay, and you slide it back on there like that. Okay, so it slides on and off there like that. That's the method this one goes with. So basically, they've taken the Lite version and made it bigger into this, and it's really, really good. So let me just pop this back in. So on here, you have a rail, and then they fit up there, and it clicks in as well. A really nice click. So if you push it up, okay, so it's kind of on the rail at the moment. Push it up, and then listen for the click. Satisfying or what? So again, put that up there. Wait for the click. Lovely. That's a really nice click for what is essentially a piece of rubber and a bit of plastic. Really impressed with that. That's lovely. And then you have 3 sets. So you have these, which are the triggers. So because they feel like triggers, can you see that? These are the larger grips, so they're called the plus grips, but I just call them the big grips. Okay, so they're like that. They're just bigger. And then we also have these ones with the snap grips, or the smaller ones, so they're nice, a thin profile. And I've been using these mainly, and I'll show you why. So again, put it on, wait for the snap. Love it. And then put that one on, wait for the snap. Love it. There's enough grip on these to cope with my adult hands. I think there's really nice grip. The Switch Lite ones, they weren't as grippy because obviously they're a lot smaller, but there was enough grip on them, but not a huge amount. Whereas these, they've improved it by making them a little bit bigger here Can you see that? There's a bit more room there, so it makes it a lot more grippy. So I've been using these a lot more. And if you've put these ones on, you can kind of put them in other cases as well if you need to. Okay, so going over it then, once you've decided on your grips, so we're going to stick with these grips and we'll leave these to one side for the minute. Going over it, on the top, if you can see, the triggers are covered by the plastic as well, so they are protected as well. And if you look as well, this plastic bit goes a bit further. I mean, not by much, but a bit further than this. So you're going to be resting on the case a bit, and then definitely on this bit of case. So there's nothing of the switch touching. If you're laying it down there, it's only going to be touching the crystal case. And then going along, you've got power and the volume, and I found the power and the volume to be perfect. Sometimes when I had the other one, I would hit the volume whilst doing the power. Not with this one. You do power all day long and it doesn't touch the volume. And similarly with pressing the volume, it doesn't touch anything with the power. Moving along, open it for the vent, for the 3.5 for your game card. And then on the back, gaps there as well for the power there, and for the docking as well. And then obviously it's open all the way across there. Really nice finish. Okay, and as I say, if notice on the back there, there's a couple of ridges there. Can you see that? They're kind of recessed in. Now that's the reason, because it can be docked. Okay, so these bits here will fit in these bits here on the dock. And when you put it in, easy as you like. Really, really easy. Some people like to dock their switches with the case on, some don't. Entirely up to you. Just saying, if that's something you want to do, it's easy. As long as you get it lined up with that, in it goes. And if you can see, I don't know if you can get that or not. Can you see? Yeah, you can, just there. Look, can you see that? There's plenty of room in front of the screen. There's a gap all the way down to the bottom of the dock. So that's not an issue. Lovely. So really nicely dockable. If you're going to be upgrading from the old version, like we said before, it uses this one, you're not going to be able to reuse these grips. Okay, so you just have to stick with these. Going to have to stick with these grips. You can't reuse your old grips. But if you go and have a look on the website, they do 13 different color options for grips. I just went for the red and the blue because I like it, because it matches my red and my blue Joy-Cons. And they do 13 different colors. Go and have a look at the link below to the Skull&Co website and you'll see how much they are. And this retails with the grip and the case. It retails for $53. But sometimes they kind of have money off if you go and have a look. So you might be able to get it a little bit cheaper. Okay, so when it's like that, put it in the case, fold the flap over, and what we said about this elastic bit here, the reason for this elastic bit is I've got my Skull&Co audio stick here. If I plug this in, I can plug it in there, that just wraps around there like that, and it's made for the audio stick to fit in there, and obviously it fits with the case as well. Okay, so talking about the audio stick, it's a superb fit, as you would say, and actually it provides a little bit more stability for this, because I think if I ever had to have a complaint, because it's thinner, because it's kind of like a looser material, should I say, it does snap back, that's fine, but not so much with these. Maybe if I put the larger ones on, so if I put the trigger grips on, I found you can easily, I say easily, you can't do it now, just pop it out at the corners there. Can you see that? Okay, that's a, but if you've got these on, it doesn't happen so much because there's not so much of a bend in it, so it's not too bad if you have these on. I think that's probably the only negative, is if you're going to use the bigger ones, you're going to pop it off, but it's not too bad. And like I was saying, it can be a bit loose, but it always snaps back, and I've not had an issue with it at all. Okay, really, really nice. So we'll put the audio adapter back in. Adds a bit of stability to it. Just what I talked about. So if you're deciding on a grip and you're thinking about which one to go for, I can't recommend this highly enough. I think this is an absolutely fantastic piece of kit, and combined with the case, which is superb, I think it's a brilliant, brilliant combination. I do like that it's, and I can see through it. I think that's really nice. So what do you think? Do let me know. I think if you're in the market for a case, I really like the crystal one. I like to be able to see my switch behind that rather than it being completely black plastic like the other one. I think I prefer this one. You do get a few finger marks, as you can see already on that, but I think it's lovely. I just can't get over how much I prefer these grips to be on here, snapping on like that. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so let me know your thoughts. What are you in the market for a grip? Are you thinking about picking this one up? Or what are your comparisons with the other grip if you've got the old Switch one? What I'm going to do, like I said before, I'm going to do a full comparison of all three. I'm going to break them down to much more detail than I've done here. Go and have a look in the description below. Go and choose yourself one of the 13 colour options. Like I said, it's $53. You can usually get it a bit cheaper, but go and have a look at where you can get it. Fantastic piece of kit. Really pleased with it. Really pleased with the crystal case. I can't recommend this case highly enough. I think it's absolutely superb. Okay, so that's it then. If you've got any questions, do please let me know. I'll happily answer them. If you've got anything you want me to put in this case, or if you want me to put this in any other cases, do let me know. Stick a comment down in the comments below and I will answer them for you. Okay, that's it then. That's my look at the Maxcarry Case and GripCase CRYSTAL from Skull&Co. I've been Co Tech Accessories, and until the next video. Bye bye.